Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for Tuesday, August 23rd, 2016. I'm Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link down below because the signs are different. All right, so today we are still in the disseminating phase, just like we were yesterday, which means that things are still quite illuminated at the moment, and perhaps there's a bit of momentum from last week's full moon. So today the moon will be in Aries, and so this is a bit of the active type of energy. At least we can have a concern for this, concern for independence in our life, maybe having our needs met, going after those things we want. And so I think it'll be important to find the middle path with that here today. Mars is getting closer to Saturn, which is the depositor of Aries, suggesting that it is important to take the patient and disciplined approach to our own personal needs. But still, with the moon there, finding the middle path with how we can move things forward, yet in a patient, disciplined, and long-term sort of way. So we'll look more about this here in just a minute, but I do want to mention the fact that the sun is in Leo, making this a very fiery day, in fact, with both the moon in Aries, sun in Leo. Here with the sun, great for self-expression as it has been, expressing ourselves, maybe doing creative things, tapping into that playful, lighthearted side of life, maybe focusing on our interests, the things that we enjoy, or maybe the things that are close to our heart. So whatever that is and however that's manifesting, great to be focused on this expressive part of life because it is a great source of energy right now at the moment. And not to mention, we're learning a lot about this with the North Node shifting into Leo, in which we're going to have a solar eclipse here in about a couple weeks. Now, today, along with that Mars conjoining up to Saturn, which is going to go exact tomorrow, we are finishing up from yesterday's Mercury conjoining up to Jupiter. So what this means is that our minds, maybe like yesterday, a bit of this, getting this dose of open-mindedness, right? Jupiter is future possibilities, inspirations, right? Insights from the future, the potentials of our lives. Mercury is our more everyday mind. So this conjunction can certainly accentuate that, right? We can see possibilities, we can see potentials. There may even be some new insights still coming in from earlier in the week from yesterday. Maybe feeling quite philosophical, maybe even adventurous, maybe even bringing in a bit of expansiveness in our everyday routine, maybe going for a walk, connecting to nature, those kinds of things. Now, this conjunction has been in Virgo, okay, and it's a new energy. Jupiter has recently shifted into Virgo, suggesting that with these potentials and with these inspirations, it does take work, right? Virgo is about improvement. It's about development. It's about getting into the details of things. So I think that's a great way of working with this, seeing those potentials, but also seeing how they can be worked, how they can be integrated, and we can work on those details to actualize them, right? So that's going to be that conjunction, certainly opening our mind and perhaps that daily routine here today from yesterday. But going into tomorrow, Mars conjoining up to Saturn, a very important aspect here. This is where Mars, our immediate drives, like that Aries I was talking about, we want things now, we have those needs. Saturn here is saying with patience, with persistence. Let's look at the future and let's do things in a grounded and long-term sense so that, these desires, these values, these things we want can be cultivated into the future, not just in the immediate sense. So it's a great week for limiting ourselves, for having discipline with anything that we might be, driven towards or wanting here this week. And the more we're willing to do that, we'll find that it's balancing things out. And maybe it's not, maybe things aren't happening immediately. They're coming in time, but that's okay. We can certainly be establishing those roots here this week. And this is really starting a new cycle, with Mars. Any conjunction we have is like a new cycle with that Saturn. So how we can build things in the future, in the long term there. Now, this is all in Scorpio, so this has been suggesting that only the things that are truly meaningful to us can be built this year, right? And in this case with Mars, can be attained. So it's important to be connecting to truth, the truth with ourselves, openness with ourselves and the things we're involved with. And in that way, we are building things that are truly meaningful to us with openness, with even intimacy, perhaps if it's involving relationships, vulnerability, all of this stuff, which is really about connecting to the true essence of life. And in this sense, doing things because they mean something to us personally. All right, so that's going to be the most important aspect likely here today, this throttling of the desires, but can be built in the long term. Mercury still close to Jupiter, a bit of open-mindedness and adventurousness perhaps. And the moon's actually in good aspect here today, sextiling up to Neptune, suggesting maybe some easygoingness in the routine, connecting to that serendipitous energy and maybe a bit of tranquility and peace there. Collectively speaking anyways. The moon is going to be trining up to Pluto and the North Node, so it can be a great day for change. Seeing where we can change any old patterns, maybe step into our power to make change here today on a minor note. And of course, with all this fiery energy, there's still energy to be gained through self-expression, which is that Sun and Leo, as well as finding the middle path with independence in our life for pursuing those things that we want. All right, so I hope you guys have an excellent day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.